Hi, thanks for tuning in to Joyous Soul and our Chakra Yoga series. My name is Audrey Allen, and I'm going to be guiding you through our sessions. Today, beginning with Muladhara Chakra, so that is our root chakra. I want you to go ahead and come into a comfortable seated position. Could be on the floor, could even be on a chair, on a block. And then once you get set up there, start to focus on your breathing. You can rest your hands on your knees or your thighs. And then as you inhale through the nose, I want you to feel that your body, that your sense of self, that everything that you feel that you are is expanding with that inhalation. And as you exhale, ground yourself deeper into whatever you're sitting on, the floor, the chair, the block, through your sits bones, through your tailbone, and lift up on the pelvic floor as you do so. So it's an inhale, and everything opens and broadens, and it's an exhale. You lift the pelvic floor muscles as you root down into the earth. Few more breaths like that, full inhales, full exhales. You can close your eyes. The color associated with this chakra is red, so it's nice. You know, if you need something to visualize, to focus on as you're breathing, visualize that color red and feel yourself strong and stable into the earth. Last couple of breaths here. So we're finding our stability, that source of feeling as if we're exactly where we should be, where we deserve to be, present and complete. But as you exhale out that last breath, engage the pelvic floor, feel yourself present, rooting down. And then as you inhale, you can go ahead and come onto your back. So lying down on your back on the floor, I want you to feel that same connection to the earth. Pull your knees into the chest, engage those pelvic floor muscles, and widen your sacrum, you know, that big flat bone at the base of the spine. Widen your low back. You're reaching through the tailbone the same way you would do if you were sitting on the earth, so that your lumbar spine is nice and long, and then the rib cage is wide and the shoulder blades are flat and wide on the back. Just take both hands around that left shin and extend the right leg. As you reach through the heel and the ball of the foot, try to feel that evenness in the foot. So you're not pointing your toe, you're not overly reaching through the heel. It feels even, as it would if you were standing strongly on it. And then just go ahead and switch legs. Right knee comes in, left leg extends, and you're reaching through the heel and the ball of the foot evenly. Let's do that one more time with each leg. Left knee comes in, you hold on to the shin, you reach through the right foot, and the back body is still connected to the earth in that same strong way. Switching one more time, reaching through the left heel, the left ball of the foot. Spread the toes, get nice and awake and alive in the muscles in your feet, in your legs. Go ahead and bring that left knee in to meet the right one, and then both feet reach up toward the ceiling. Just point and flex the feet a couple times so we get some ankle mobility here. Maybe make a couple of circles. Good. And then just same thing, right? Flatten the feet as if you were stamping them onto the ceiling. Engage the pelvic floor muscles and the low belly so you feel the back body nice and active into the mat. And your legs and your feet are exactly as they would be if you were standing on them. So reach up a little bit more. It's a lot of energy. It's a lot of action through the legs and the feet. And it's coming from the base of the spine, from that pelvic floor. Bend your knees, place your feet to the floor, hips width distance apart, and in that same way, press down evenly through heels and balls of the feet and lift up into a bridge pose. We'll just take a few breaths here. This idea, again, with this root chakra, right, is that we have the right to be exactly where we are. We have the right to be exactly who we are. We have the right to take up space. We belong. Working with this chakra can be particularly useful if you're someone who tends to spend a lot of time in their head, or maybe you're anxious and you lose that sense of grounding, of connection to the earth. Take one more inhale here. And then as you exhale, roll the spine back down. Bring both knees into chest, cross the ankles. We'll just roll up and then over onto the belly. Reach your arms forward. Let's point the toes back this time. Engage the pelvic floor muscles, the belly muscles, and then lift chest and thighs and arms and legs. Now go ahead and reach through the heels again, as if your feet and legs were standing on the floor. Turn the palms forward as if you're pressing a wall in front of you away, and make your body as long and active as you can. Breathe and feel it widen. Feel yourself supported by the earth. Bring everything back down. Slide the hands back underneath the elbows. We can take a little cobra pose here just because that feels good to stretch out that mid-spine again. Get that chest opening. And then from here, simply tuck the toes. Press yourself back to down dog and make your way up to standing. Take your time. Continue to breathe the whole while. And then once you're in your standing pose with the feet hips width distance apart, we're going to go ahead and lift the heels up off the floor and then set them down as if you're just dropping your heels into the floor. Do that a few times. Come up high, drop the heels down. Lifting up and then down, like you're kind of slamming into the earth so you feel that stability, that solidness of the earth underneath you. Good. And then do the same thing with the balls of the feet. Lift them up and then just slap them down on the floor, nice and wide and flat. You're making a conscious connection to the earth. Good. And now press down evenly through the heels, the balls of the feet, spread the toes wide. Find your active mountain pose, Tadasana. So if you think of a mountain, right, it's not just rooted into the earth, it is the earth. It's that solid, stable, immovable force, right? You want to feel that in your body. Press down into the feet and then press them like you're moving them apart from each other. So you feel the muscles activate on the outer hips, the glutes, the quads. But inhale, reach the arms up. Pressing down into the feet. Exhale, fold here into your Uttanasana. As you're here in this forward fold, let your upper body hang down. Continue to press just as actively through the feet, just as evenly through the feet. Come up halfway here, lengthen the spine, and then fold again. Bring your hands to the floor. You can bend your knees if necessary. Step the feet back into your downward facing dog. And then just a few times here, rise up onto the toes and the balls of the feet again. Lower the heels down. So for some of us, heels may not come all the way down to the floor, but you're still reaching through them in that same even way. Good, just a couple more. Keep the stability of the core and that central channel lifting up on pelvic floor. This is the last one. Good. And then everything's even into the earth. All 10 fingers, that outer rim of the palm of your hands, the heels, the balls of the feet. Take the right leg up here. We're going to step that foot forward between the hands, turn the back heel down, and then rise on up to Virabhadrasana 1. As you bend the front knee deeper, and your hips and your pelvis lower down, engage the muscles of the pelvic floor to feel that lifting. Press evenly through both heels, through the balls of both feet. Spread your toes. Feel the strength of this warrior pose. Strong and stable, supported. And on exhale, hands come down. Simply step the right foot back again. You're into your downward facing dog. Inhale to bring that left leg up. Exhale to step the foot forward between the hands. Turn the right heel down. Virabhadrasana 1, your warrior 1 posture. See if you can get that experience of pressing down and at the same time drawing up through central channel. So our chakras are aligned along that central energy channel called Sushumna Nadi. Remember that color red that's associated with this root chakra and that feeling of being strong in your sense of self. Exhale, hands come down. Step that left foot back. You're back into your down dog. Feel free to take some flow here by coming into your plank, bending the elbows to lower to chaturanga. Find your cobra or your up dog and press back. Know that that's optional. Let's go ahead and step or jump the feet to the hands again. Press into both feet as you pull the belly in, as you engage the pelvic floor muscles to rise up. Right? There's a big inhale here. Exhale, hands to prayer in front of the heart as you press the feet down, as you lift up through center. Very strong, very connected, very solid, very supported. On inhale, reach up. Exhale, let's fold in half again, Uttanasana. Press to your feet, engage the pelvic floor as you come up halfway. That energy goes right up through the spine, right? Exhale, fold in half. Step the feet back, downward facing dog. Take your right leg up. We're gonna open the hip a little bit more this time. And as you do, keep the breath in that same flow where you feel everything's getting broader, wider, more spacious on the inhale, more grounded on the exhale, more rooted on the exhale. Square the hip, and you're reaching straight back through that right heel, right? Adding a little balance here. If you want, that left hand comes out to the side. You can also take it up off the ground and breathe. Hand comes down, foot comes down, left leg lifts. Open up the hip, find some more space, find some more strength, some structure, some stability. And then square the hip back down. You're reaching through the sole of the left foot, same way that we've been doing, right? So that that leg feels alive and strong. Arm of the right arm can come up off the floor. Look straight down at the floor to help you balance. Press the left hand, right foot more actively into the floor to help you balance. And then we'll bring that hand and foot down. And again, option to flow through. Or maybe we'll just hold a plank this time, nice and strong and active. Through the feet, through the legs, through the core, right out the crown of the head. Exhale, press back, down dog. Breathe here. Set your knees to the floor. Keep them closer together. Point the toes back, come into a child's pose. And as you do, just sort of wiggle your hips back a little bit. Getting deeper into that feeling of having the lower body, the feet, the legs, the hips, the pelvis connect down into the earth. And then you were just folded forward. And bring yourself back up. Through your table, tuck the toes, down dog. Take the right leg up again. Stepping that foot forward between the hands. We're coming into Virabhadrasana 1. And then hands come down next to the hips, palms turned in. Hinge yourself forward. Continue to press just as evenly, as actively through the heels, through the balls of the feet. Lift the pelvic floor muscles. Extend the spine. Reach through the crown of the head. Good. Inhale, come on up. Exhale, hands come down. You're not losing connection with the earth here. Good. You can flow through, or again, you can stay in down dog or your plank. Take the left leg up. Let's step that foot forward between the hands. Turn the back heel. Rise on up. And then palms come turned in toward the hips. And you just hinge that torso forward a little bit. This root chakra, again, has to do with the solidity, right, of our body. We're matter just as much as we are energy. So this chakra lets us hold space inside of that physical realm. Inhale to reach up. And exhale, hands come down, step it back. You know what to do. You can flow or you can hold a pose that's working for you. We come back to down dog and make our way to top of mat again. Press to feet, rise to stand. Hands come down in front of the heart. We'll work with some more balancing. Because when we're balancing, right, if we want to lift something up off the earth, we have to root deeper into it. So we're going to keep that left foot down on the earth. Press through the heel, the ball of the feet. Bring that right knee up. Hold on to right knee with the right hand. Or you could take big toe or the foot. Maybe if you want to extend the leg. Good, and then either the knee or the leg comes out to the side. If you start to get a little wobbly, a little shaky, press more actively through the foot. Engage the pelvic floor and the belly muscles. Good. Feel your body as if it's actually part of the earth, right? Growing deeper roots. Bring that knee and that leg back in. Set the foot to the floor. You can move around a little bit and make sure that you feel centered in your Tadasana again. And then it's second leg. We're standing on the right leg. We're bringing that left knee up and holding to knee or holding to foot or toe. Leg can extend. Right? It's whatever works for you. For that matter, you could do this next to a wall and just put your hand against the wall so that you've got that extra support. Then you can just play with taking your hand away. The whole while you're feeling that root connection into the earth. That's the important part, not the variation of the posture that we're doing. Knee comes back in, set the foot to the floor, bring your hands to prayer in front of the heart. Just close your eyes. Visualize that color red. Press the feet evenly into the earth. Press them away from each other, right, without moving them on the earth. So it's down and to the side, and then through the center. Draw that strong line of energy right up from the base of the pelvis. Good. Inhale to reach the arms up. Exhale, we're folding again into Uttanasana. Inhale, come halfway up. Fold to step or jump back. We'll meet in a down dog. Breathing deep, right? Can you still find that space on the inhalation? That deeper rooting on the exhalation? Inhale as the right leg lifts. Exhale as it comes forward between the hands. You turn the back heel down one more time to come up into your warrior one. And now hands can stay up, or maybe you bring them down like we had them when we hinged forward. Place them on the hips, whatever works for you here. You're hinging forward again, and if it feels right in your body, shift off of that back heel. Come to standing on the right leg. Come into your warrior three pose here. And then again, as you're pressing down through the right foot, right leg is strong. Same thing is happening with the left leg. Arms could reach forward or to the sides, or you could even have them down on the floor. Take one more inhale here. Exhale to step that foot back right where it was. It's warrior one. And hands down to the earth. Right foot steps back. hanging out in your dog or taking some more flowing movement here. Next, inhale, we're bringing that left leg up. Step the foot forward, turn the back heel down, rise on up. Starting to move to our warrior three, our balancing pose here. Figure out where you want to place your hands. Hinge forward, and then just as that back foot peels up, you press even more actively through the standing foot, through the standing leg. Reach out through that right heel, ball of the foot. Legs are straight, torso straight, breath is deep. Big inhalation. We come out slowly on the exhale. There's a lot of strength in that. We need to be rooted. We need to be grounded. Hands to the earth. We're stepping back. Take your flow, or perhaps hold that plank pose. Back to your down dog. Step or jump feet to top of the mat. Inhale, rise to stand. Bring the palms together overhead. Exhale, the hands draw down, the feet press down, the pelvic floor lifts. Lord, we'll do another standing balance here. And again, you can use the wall if that's better for you, or if you prefer that. Balancing on the right leg first. Make sure you feel that connection before you lift the left leg up. Then you're going to cross that left ankle above the right knee. Hands come down into prayer. And then you can go ahead and bend that standing leg. Good. Flex this lifted ankle so that heel and ball of the foot are pressing evenly. Press the right foot, the standing leg down evenly. Lift the pelvic floor. Pull the navel toward the spine. Take another inhale here. As you exhale, press to the foot, bring that left knee up, and then place it down with control. As soon as that foot hits the earth, or maybe even before, you start to grow those energetic roots out the sole of the foot. Good, let's switch. So we're standing on the left leg, and that right knee comes up to our Galavasana balance here. Cross the right ankle above the left knee. You can bring hands to prayer. Go ahead and squat on down. The more we can connect ourselves to what's solid, right, the more space we have to be creative and fluid and move without fear of falling or injuring ourselves. Let's go ahead and rise to stand. Bring that knee up. Place the foot to the floor. Hands back into prayer. Big breath in. Big breath out as the pelvic floor lifts, as the feet press down, as you feel the expansion of your physicalness. Inhale to reach up. And exhale, we're folding. Halfway lift with strong feet, strong legs, strong core. Exhale, fold. Hands come down, step it back into your down dog, or perhaps your plank, or perhaps your flow. Using the breath here. Let's take the right leg up. Step it forward between the hands. Turn the back heel again. This time, warrior two. You've windmilled up. Same even pressure. Down through the heels, down through the balls of the feet. Spread the toes wide. And then just reverse that warrior here. Left hand comes down, right arm reaches up. Full deep breathing. As you press the feet evenly and equally, lift the pelvic floor. Feel how the upper body can just flow off to the side here, and then bring it back through center into your side angle pose. Right hand down or forearm on the thigh. Roll that left shoulder up and open. Inhale to come back to your warrior two, and exhale, hands come down. You're stepping back. Perhaps you're flowing through, perhaps you're holding a pose, but we're breathing fully, deeply, completely. No matter what you choose. Take the left leg up and step the foot forward between the hands. We turn the right heel down to come up into our warrior two again. Settle in, feel yourself supported by the earth. Reverse the warrior. The inhale brings us to warrior two, and exhale over to our side angle. Notice how the lower body, the feet, the legs, hips, pelvis, for the most part stay fairly stable. And we're just letting the upper areas of the body kind of have a little bit more movement here. Come back up to your warrior two, and exhale the hands down, step it back. Let's set the knees to the floor again. Take a child's pose. This time take the knees wider so you can get your tailbone and your sits bones back between the heels. Forehead can come down to the floor. And then when you're ready, bring yourself to seated with the leg out in front. In your Dandasana, your staff pose, reach through the heels, reach through the balls of the feet, just as we've been doing. So you can feel the aliveness, the energy, how it's all connected, how we're connected to Earth, just as we're connected to the sky, to the universe, to ourselves, to others. Just going to do a short meditation here. You can come onto your back for Shavasana, or you can come or stay in that seated position. Close your eyes. Let yourself relax if you're lying on the earth. Sit up tall through the spine if you decided to stay seated. There's a mantra that's associated with each chakra, and that's the vibrational sound that's made at that center of energy. For the root chakra, for Muladhara, it's Lam, spelled Lam. Close your eyes if you haven't yet. Visualize the color red. And just say over and over in your mind, Lam, 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 as you keep awareness on that space. Right? If you want to say it out loud to yourself, feel free to do that. Visualize a lotus flower in the space where that root chakra resides. And on this lotus flower, there are 4 petals. Lam, Lam, Lam. As you're visualizing the color red, that 4-petaled lotus flower, as you're hearing the repetition of the mantra, know that you are. Know that you have the right to be. Know that you can and do belong, and you are entitled to take up space. It's your birthright. Last few breaths here. And then, of course, you can continue to meditate or lie in your Shavasana, and I will leave you here. Namaste. Thank you for joining us on Joyous Soul TV. Have a beautiful day.